All right, hello and welcome to a training video on how to do an amazing guest post or article in general for SEO. So we're going to go over two different ways. The first way is going to be how to just find it on Google and make it your own. And then the next way is to actually use artificial intelligence. If you don't have access to Jarvis, then this might be off the drawing board. But if you're looking to do a lot of articles for your own website, I would highly recommend trying out Jarvis. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into what this spreadsheet is and kind of the rules and the guidelines for guest posts on ASAP Cash Offer. So this kind of generally describes exactly what ASAP Cash Offer is. It is a real estate investing website here. It is to capture motivated seller leads, selling without a realtor, selling for cash. And this whole website is built around and optimized to rank for the most difficult words and the most expensive words kind of in the whole United States, but really in all of real estate. So sell my house fast Phoenix is a very expensive keyword. It might show, looks like it's not going to show how expensive it is right now. But it's typically between $50 and $100. As you can see, I appear above. I just set my GPS to Raleigh, North Carolina. It would be the same for Phoenix, Arizona as well. I'm in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So no matter what, I need to change it, right? So I'm actually above Google Maps. That's how relevant and powerful my site is. We Buy Houses Arizona used to be above Maps, but now I am the one above Maps. Okay, so that's not enough evidence, right? Sell my house fast Tampa. I'm also number one. And then Sell My House Fast Columbia. This one kind of rotates number one, number two. Still number one. And what's another one? Las Vegas. And number one. And I have a business listing there too. All right. So with that being said, that is the power of ASAP Cash Offer. That's just a handful of the things where I'm ranked. Domain rating 36 for the website. Organic traffic, I'm number one in dozens of markets. So the organic traffic is well over 1,000. These are the rules for the guest post because this is a high quality domain. It's not a PBN. It's not some trash website. It is a high quality website like HomeLight.com, OfferPad, OpenDoor, similar to that. I actually outrank them in several markets. So each article should actually be written for a motivated seller pain point or a keyword. If you go ahead and scroll down here, you can see motivated seller pain point topics. These are to get the juices flowing. So you could do something about code violations. What kind of code violation? Was it about your garden, about your RV parked in front of your house? What are the typical costs of a code violation? What are legal authority or ramifications can come from a code violation? Are you tired of homeowner associations? You just want to sell your house. You want to get out quick. Stuff like that. So you could write an article that would be a very relevant article to your website, as well as, of course, ASAP Cash Offer. But the whole point is the relevancy of the article gets a backlink to your website inside the article. And that relevancy, that topical relevancy, really pushes up the relevancy of your own website when it links to it. So your article should be at least 1,000 words in total. That's a typical blog post. Your article must be delivered with one copyright-free photo. So just to show you an example, I just mocked up a couple photos here, and we're going to be using these two right here. So this is the main one, selling fire-damaged property. And then the other photo is just a fire-damaged property on the inside, right? So that is the article we're going to be writing today to show you examples. I need one copyright-free photo. Now, you could go find a photo on a stock website and add like a for sale sign, and that's a completely unique photo. Maybe a photo you took, a partner took, or something from your own phone archives about a certain topic that you know about. That's why it's better to write about topics you know about, because you might also have photos or videos. The article must also have one video reference. If you can't reference a video, it is totally fine. You could find one on YouTube. YouTube is free and public, and I could actually embed a YouTube video without any problems. Somebody could be upset that I have a YouTube video on my website, but it's actually free public domain because it is on YouTube. Your article must reference one powerful domain as a citation. So let's just say what is the average cost to demolish a fire damaged house. They got to turn off the gas line, stuff like that. The average cost is $9,800. Average cost to demolish, to repair fire damage, to demolish. All right, so you can go to Home Downtown Demolition Contractors. Are we in? Yeah, we're in North Carolina. You could also, we have the rich snippets. You can kind of just go with them, right? Because Google knows who they are and they're highlighting them. So you can actually just copy this directly and right click, copy that link, and boom, now you have the citation, right? So it's probably better to click here because it's going to have the whole citation link right there. It's probably fine to keep that whole citation link because it'll go directly to that area. So boom, now we have one powerful domain to use as a citation to increase the relevancy of the blog post. And we could basically quote them because we're linking to them directly, right? And we could say the average cost to repair a fire damaged house is this, and to just demolish it completely is that. Here's the link if you don't believe me, right? So we're giving value to the person reading. This is the structure of a really high quality article. Your article also may contain one backlink to your website, so choose the location wisely. The whole article could be about selling the fire damaged property, for cash, or just selling a property or how to demolish, whatever you want to choose. But if it's selling, sell your fire damaged property fast for cash, boom, that could be the anchor text. Or sell your fire damaged property to the great home buyers, because that's a brand plus an anchor text. That's the best combination I recommend. There's no penalties for you for having too many exact match anchor texts. But this is so niche and specific for the article, I don't think that would matter much. So basically you have that anchor text and that points to your website, and that is the do follow backlink that you get. So after the article is 1,000 words, copyright free photo, just one video reference, and then just one simple powerful domain citation reference. That way we have all the good juicy Google signals, and you get a backlink. All right. So the articles will be written and posted to asapcashoffer.com/blog. And if you don't want to write an article, eventually in the future, we may start writing articles for people. But these are the typical pain points. And as an example, right? So here's the pain points down here. And I'm just choosing one randomly, a hoarder home. How to clean up a hoarder home. That's one blog. How to sell a hoarder home for cash. Can I sell a hoarder home without a realtor, right? So those are questions people might actually ask and you could write about, and it's not that difficult to write about without artificial intelligence, maybe just a little bit of research, half an hour to maybe 2 hours max of your time, and you get a free powerful backlink, right? All right, so let's go ahead and go into the actual article itself. 8 minutes into the video. I don't want this to be too long. There is a possibility this video could be half an hour up to an hour because we are legitimately going to be writing this article to show you how to write a good high quality article. All right, so as an example, I already have a topic of fire damage. The meta title, I did 7 tips for selling fire damage property for cash in any markets. The meta description is selling. This is what appears in Google. So just so you know what I'm talking about, the keyword, let's go ahead and type that in. This is the meta title. That's the meta title. This is the meta description. The meta description is like a call to action to get you to basically read. Our expert renovation team is here to explain solutions to a house burning down. They assert themselves as an expert and an authority, and they're going to help explain. Actually, I kind of like that. Several reliable approaches to fire. Let's go ahead and actually get that. We're not going to copy paste it exactly. We're going to just go ahead and rewrite it. Our experts repair team reconstruction team is here to explain solutions to a home burning down. We will list several reliable techniques to selling a fire damaged house. Boom. All right, so just changed up just a little bit. Obviously, if you go look at a couple meta titles, you can make it even more creative. One that really sticks out to you for what the motivated seller is looking for, right? They want an expert who's going to help them with a solution, and maybe give some techniques on what to do, right? And then maybe rewrite a couple things there. Here's a keyword we're targeting. So we want to make sure we include that keyword in a couple key areas. And 1,000 words, is the article 1,000 words? Is there one image? Is there one video? Is there a citation? And then you want to write this in a Google Doc, just like I am, because Google Doc is free, so why not? And then you want to insert the link to that Google Doc, so I could just go copy paste it. And then your website and the anchor text that you are choosing. So the anchor text is selling fire damaged property. So selling fire damaged property to, I don't have another website to link. Let's go ahead and do Cash Offer Please, a partner website. All right. So that would be the anchor text. So that is selling fire damage property, keyword, plus brand. All right. You could just do straight up keyword too. To cash buyer. And then let's see. Offer please. There's the link. All right, so now we just need to make the Google Doc. Let's go ahead and jump into that, making the actual article itself. All right. All right. So the first and most important thing, we're going to need the keyword. The keyword is going to be put into the H1 and H2 first. So selling fire damage property, and then selling fire damage property. Now we're going to highlight this, and we needed to turn this into an H2. So normal text, title, heading, heading 2. We're going to go ahead and select heading 2. This one is going to be a heading 1. So formats, where was I just at? Normal text, right there. And then heading 1. And then we need to, what did we come up with on the spreadsheet here? What is the meta title? So that's actually the meta title, 7 tips for selling fire damage property. That's the keyword, right? So there is the true meta title there. Seven tips for selling fire damage property for cash in any market. Selling fire damage property for cash, that's when we talk about it. And then we could also, you know what, let's do another H2, selling fire damage property with a realtor, right? And then we'll come up with some other headings real quick by looking at Google. Make sure you're taking note if needed, so you don't have to rewatch the video here. All right, so there's a home light right here. Typically, you want to go with the top 3 rankers, right? So selling fire damage property, 1, 2, 3. I hold down Control to open up all 3 of these in a new window. Now I'm going to use SEO Meta in one click. And this Google Chrome plugin is going to allow me to see the meta title, the meta description. I can go to the headers. I could see the H1 and the H2, right? So now I can see how they're structuring their posts. So H1, how to take the heat off selling a house, a little play on words there. Need to sell your fire damaged house, what to do immediately after a house fire. I like that. I like that. Let's go ahead and use that as one of the topics in our post. And again, this is not plagiarism for a title. You could rephrase it if you want to. What to do immediately after a house fire. What to do immediately, quickly after a house fire. What to do first after a house fire, right? So immediately, what to do first. Same thing. So we're going to talk about that up top here. Is an H2, perfect. And then I'm leaving gaps right here because we're going to have all the content in the middle, right? So that was on home lights. I'm looking for headers that are good things I could add to my articles. 5 steps to selling a house. We're talking about 7 steps, right? So maybe I should have that in my article, 7 steps. So let's copy paste that up here. 5 steps. I'm going to go to normal text, make that an H2. Boom. All right, so it's starting to fill out already. We already are starting to get the structure of the actual article. So what do you need to do first? And then what are the 7 steps? What are the 7 tips? All right, 7 steps. All right, and let's go ahead and see what the next person has. Headers, reliable approaches, why work with us, which materials of my fire. That's not too bad. Demolishing your fire damaged house, marketing and selling, maybe demolishing. Work with the because we have that citation, right? That has to do with demolishing that we were looking at. So let's not talk about a realtor. Fuck realtors. Let's not even bother talking about them. It's not going to benefit us by talking about them, right? So I kind of like their headers. Let me look at their headers too. Marketing and selling, working with a cash home buyer, selling a fire damaged home with a realtor. That's what we had. Sell my fire damaged house, selling your house after a fire. All right, so let's see if there's any other headers that we can add in before we start building out the article. Selling your house after a fire. Option 1, sell it as is. Option 2, restore the house and then sell it. So I like that as a subtopic. So sell it as is, sell it for cash, restore it, demolish it. So we're going to go ahead and put that right there. Sell your fire damaged home cash. And then we're just going to have a bunch of different ones there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just do 5. But no, let's do. We probably could only do about 5. So we're going to change this to 5 also. And I'm going to go back here and change this to 5 also. I think 7. 7 might be too many. So as is for cash. So demolish your fire damaged home. And sell the land. Sell your fire damaged home with a realtor. So as is for cash with a realtor, demolish it and sell the land. Repair. What was the word that he used? He used a good word. Restore. Restore and sell your fire damaged house. Let's not have too many repeated. Your fire damaged property. So home, property, home, house, and land, right? We have a bunch of different variations there. All right, so these are going to be H3s. So they're not really great for SEO purposes, but they're great for narrowing down the topic even more. So 5 tips to selling a house with fire damage, and then you're narrowing down the topic right there, right? So there's the 5 tips and selling the property for cash. We already have it right there. So maybe, and we already have that right there. So why choose us? And I think we might be able to wrap it up with that. Or maybe who buys fire damaged houses? Because I mean, it is on ASAP Cash Offer, which is a cash home buyer. So ideally, you do want to funnel them to your site, to your link, right? So who buys fire damaged houses? And that would be an opportunity to talk about your company as an example. What to do after a fire house? What to do first? First thing to do. Just do after a house fire. Boom. All right, so we have all these topics. Now we can start creating little subtopics and explainers for each one of these. And then we have our article. So already, how many word counts are we at? Let me see if I can get it. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I found it. We're going to click on Tools. You're going to go to Word Count or Control-Shift-C. So word count of this doc, 13 of 368. I'm highlighting. Oops, let's go to this doc. That's the doc I care about. So Tools, Word Count, 68 words out of 1,000, and that's just the headers, right? So we got a bit of a way to go, but we're only 20 minutes in. This was an explainer video, so really this is only like a 5-minute process, very quick process technically. So I think we have everything we need. Challenges, I'm just going to look at these for things that are not H2s. Challenges, I kind of like that. 5 tips, who buys? So pain point, solution, offer. So pain point would come first, and then here's your solution. So we want to make sure we have the pain point right here. Challenges. All right. So the first thing you need to do, here are some challenges you might encounter. Here are your tips, because we're trying to help you out. And then who buys fire damaged houses? For cash. Or I might do why. Let's do why choose us? Why choose our company? We buy your fire damaged property. That's a little too long. Choose our company. Alrighty, let's go ahead and dig right into the content generation. So there's one way that you can generate the content. You could actually read what they're actually saying on these blogs and simply rewrite it in your own words. I would not ever condone of you copying this, pasting it, and just changing a couple words, via thesaurus. Definitely not. You need to actually, write this in your own words, what the challenges of selling a fire damaged house might be. And what I would recommend you doing, I don't want this video to be too long, so we're most likely going to jump into Jarvis. But challenges of selling a home that's fire damaged. So now that you Googled this, you could actually go and see all of the challenges. I'm just going to give you an example. We're going to open up a few of these, and we're going to take the headers and move them over the challenges, right? Let's look for 3 challenges. So any hesitancy, it's longer than average. Frightening event, this can be a big factor. You're trying to sell for a strong real estate market. Fire has been fixed. Challenges. Let's see. Maybe getting full retail value is one thing that I could think of. Now, what are challenges? Selling options, challenges. Do you disclose fire damage? Of course, Call the insurance company. Have your home inspected. I do like this, actually, for... Oops. I want to keep that reference. For first things to do. Call the insurance company. Have your house inspected. Contact a restoration contractor. How much does it cost? And that's going to talk about that link above. Perfect. So this is going to be first things to do. And then we're going to go add that into the first things to do. And I'm going to turn these into H3s. Again, so this is an H1. This is an H2. These are H3s, and we're going to break down and drill down and go deep into each one of these, right? So how much does fire restoration cost? There's the excerpt, and we're going to get the link right here. Uh-oh, I think we lost the link there. Okay, so let's see, how much does demolish a fire damaged house? Hopefully the same one pops up again. Yeah, looks like the The same one popped up again. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and copy this in. Just make sure that link is working. Good. We have the whole link there, and it's going to go directly to that quip. From hometown. And so this is how you really can get high quality backlinks, is just, as you see here, writing very accurate content. And then people want to link to you because you are ranked high on Google and extremely relevant, right? So this person's getting a free backlink from me because they're so authoritative and relevant for this exact fact and citation that I'm looking for. So one thing that you could do for your own website, not just guest posting, right? Because that's what this video is about, writing articles and guest posting. You can actually write very fact-based articles, and you'll get a lot of links and backlinks from that as well. Just a little tip, little nugget thrown in there for sticking around the past 26 minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and start filling these out. I'm pretty happy with the outline so far. And this is going to be a very, very high quality article. So let's go ahead and just start digging in. So I gave you that example. The first things you must do for a house fire, I went and I looked. Challenges of selling a house with fire damage. I'm going to go ahead and have Jarvis write all of this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this over to Jarvis now. And there's a thing with Jarvis where he will read everything on the page, right? So he knows the structure. He knows what everything's about. So let's go ahead and start Jarvis and kind of see what he goes. Let's go with long. And then he's basically going to read everything above, but he's also going to understand the stuff below and what comes next. So he might lead into that. You could technically put the title and stuff in here. Let me go ahead and do that because we already do have the title. So it's actually no problem. I already came up with the title and the content brief or meta description. So there's the meta title, there's the meta description. And the tone of voice would be, I always like to go with Dave Ramsey because Jarvis crawled the internet in 2019, and Dave Ramsey's been around for a while. He has lots of books too. And keywords, I'm not going to put keywords because it likes to kind of spam it in there. So let's go ahead and hit compose and see what happens. So first things you must do after a house fire. Boom, there you go. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and go into that a little bit more just to make sure it looks good. So step one is called the insurance company. And also, I highly recommend installing Grammarly for free. It's going to help your grammar as well as any artificial intelligence. First things, no, because there's several. All right, so I just fixed those grammatical errors with Grammarly for free. The first step to selling a fire damaged property is contacting your insurance company. This may seem redundant. You always want to reread this. Thank God I didn't have to write it, but you do want to proofread it. This may be redundant with an agent as soon as possible for damage. You or the agent will file a claim and get reimbursed for your loss. The sooner this process starts, the sooner you can begin working on fire repair damage if necessary. Getting the plans together for selling the house. See, and then it goes into a call to action for if you were like a reconstruction team. It already goes into that. So we understand homeowners have no idea how much their home is. Nope, so that's all we need. Just call the insurance company. That way, if needed, you could work with your agent to file a claim. And yeah, you'll be good. Or you or the agent speak with an agent representative as soon as possible after the fire damage. We'll file a claim. You do not need to work with a real estate agent or realtor. Be wary of entering into 6 or 12-month contracts too soon. And then the sooner the process starts. So I kind of like adding that because it lets them know, like, hey, I mentioned agent, but you don't have to do that because this article is technically about not going with an agent, right? So have your home inspected. Boom, let's go ahead and hit compose. It's important that your property is safe, leaves hazards behind, asbestos and mold. Some of these hazards might be removed. Attempt to sell a house. Delay the sale. That's not really about inspection, though. Most experts recommend fixing any structural, meaning walls and affected rivals. Repairing any major problems is a huge difference. That's not really. It's not really about inspecting. Let's give him another chance. I'm just going to button mash until the button appears down here again. Yes, that's what I want. For insurance purposes, you want to have your home inspected. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Nice. See, sometimes you just got to retry. Obviously, this is something that you might have to write up, or you would look at other people's blogs and basically write your opinion based on other people's articles, or your opinion based on your own knowledge of that topic about having your home inspected, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and button mash here and and then hit compose. Let me reread this. Certified inspector will be able to tell you exactly what damage. If you're not sure which states require an inspection, check with your insurance agents or call your local fire departments. Either way, we highly recommend you get an inspection of the damage, whether or not legally obligated to. You are? If there's contact a restoration contractor. If there's a major damage interior to the property, you'll need to contact a restoration professional and probably replace many items. Should be done as quickly as possible. Make sure your insurance claim is processed. Don't let your insurance delay or deny your claim because of inconvenience right now. If necessary, consider hiring a fire damage lawyer. Yeah, that's totally fine. I like that. So contact a restoration contractor, and by the way, do it as soon as your claim is processed, not after you get money. Just do it right away. And don't have enough coverage, looking to buy an additional insurance through another company. There you go. Yeah, totally fine. Like that. How much does fire damage restoration cost? We already have that quip right there, and it's a high quality citation reference there. And now we can go on to the next one, challenges of selling a house with fire damage, keeping in mind everything it wrote above, right? Look how much we wrote already. That's freaking incredible. I love Jarvis, dude. It's so incredible. Thank God that this is not going to be an hour-long article video, right? I think it's going to be pretty good to describe to you exactly how to get the structure really well. Many homeowners attempted to list their house at its pre-fire. Before any repairs have been made. Getting in trouble in terms of getting your offers on property with a reasonable amount of time. I don't know if I like that. How should I price my home? Selling a house with fire damage is not how you need to be prepared for challenges. Closing escrow, especially severe damage because of the fire. Real estate agent. No, that talks about an agent. We don't want to talk about agents. This is why it's better to write it yourself off of your own opinion and your own experience, because you'll be able to cater the verbiage to favor cash buyers and less so realtors, right? A big challenge that you'll face in trying to sell a fire damaged house is the fact that most people are turned off by this type of damage. That's fine. Try hire someone with experience working properties and burn down. High-end finishes are another used to successfully sell their fire damaged homes. And when it gets partially melted and blazed, you may want to replace it completely with more expensive material like marble or silver instead of painting it over. I kind of like that, like leading off on challenges of selling fire damage house. Look, your house is such a piece of shit. At the end of the day, you might as well put marble and granite and expensive stuff over it. And they're like, oh my God, that's so expensive. I don't want to do that. But that's the point of the article, right? We don't want to hype them up on just slapping some, scraping down the wall, slapping some paint on it and getting a real estate agent. No, this thing is going to be difficult and time consuming and stressful and expensive. Just sell it to a cash investor, right? So tips to selling a home with fire damage. We're almost done here. So 5 tips. Let's go ahead and get a little intro right here. See if we can get Jarvis to write us a little intro. When considering to sell your fire damaged home, and then I'm going to let him take off to feed him a little bit of information like, I want you to start talking about this. Oh wow! He even gave me 5 tips. Overachiever there. When considering selling your fire damaged home, there are several important steps you need to make in order to maximize your chances of selling your house quickly and gaining the highest possible value. Honestly, that's it. Highest possible value, depending on its condition, of course. On the current condition. All right, so sell it as is. Hopefully, Jarvis will read that. Can be open. There are many different reasons. No, that is not as is, buddy. Let's try that again. I'll go ahead and do long. Maybe I could do medium. Have it not be too long. Do away. Selling programs put on the market right away. No, it's not really picking up as is. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm just going to type it right after here and see if Jarvis gets it then. Make it long form and see what happens. Certain situations. Probably faster than you expected. All right, so I don't want this to be, I just want it to be reset textiles. There we go. Contractor's been hired. You probably have a list of problems that need to be fixed. His or her opinion. You should consider selling the property as is if the fire damage is too extensive. And I'm going to let Jarvis continue off there. I kind of had to like force feed him a little bit to make the cost of repairs worth it. Many people will buy homes this way if they're selling. Spend money on repairs. You can get more for your home due to the lower price point and avoid making the costly repairs yourself. I do like the fire damage that it brought up right here. Offer seller financing. I really like that it just fed me that. That's an awesome tip. So that's an H3. That's an H3. Just doing it privately. If you want to sell it, there's no interest. If there is no interest involved, we can be able to collect monthly payments over time. As equity builds up in the house, you could eventually refinance. So what? If you're planning on selling a house, you should just do privately offering seller financing. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. If you're going to seller financing, there's no interest involved. Yeah, totally fine. Cool. But seller financing might be a little too hard and difficult. So, it's an option for them. But so sell it as is, offers seller financing, restore, sell the land, and we'll do demolish. I might do 6 tips then. That came up with just spit out a really awesome tip there. All right, sell your fire damaged property for cash. Perfect. There we go. There's no mortgage or monthly payments involved with this type of sell. You'll be able to get some quickly and avoid. Oh, it even tells me donate your house. Man, it's giving me more tips than I can handle. That's the beauty with Jarvis is I can make this a 2,000-word article if I really wanted to. Should I offer? Yeah, I'll leave that in. Sell your fire damaged house without a realtor. With a realtor. Perfect. Oh, it's giving me bullet points. 3 tips for selling. No. And I really want to drive in the nail, typically 6%, but I really want to drive in the nail for a property worth, because some people don't realize what 6% is, worth $300,000. that's potentially a fee of, what is that, 6, 3, 18? $18,000 just for the agent. It might put more money in your pocket to sell it as is and for cash. Might be put more, yep, I like that. All right, and let's go ahead and finish up, and we just have a couple more bullet points left. We're at the 45-minute mark, probably, for finishing out. Fixing up the damage yourself. Restore it. Just go ahead and do that in bold. If you choose to restore the fair damage, you'll need to finish the repairs and sell it. For this option, unless the repairs are cosmetic, you'll need to hire a real estate agent who can handle the showing of the property for purchase. Yes. Also consider that people don't like buying homes with obvious problems that require money, even if you don't want to buy them quickly. Possibly get ready without inspection and selling it. Fix up your fire damage yourself. Selling a fixed up fire damage means hiring professionals that need specific tasks. There's no law saying you have to hire a professional. I mean, there kind of is. Oh, for everything. There you go. That's exactly what I was going to put, like little asterisks. For everything. Keep in mind, here are some most important things you have to do before selling yourself. Repair the damage, remove smoke odors, fix the roof. Dude, this is awesome. This is a great article. Make sure there aren't obvious signs of moisture damage. Make sure the house is clean inside and out. Dude, love it. I love that. Yeah, that's really nice. Demolish your fire damaged home and sell the land. This is probably more than 1,000 words. By the way, this is probably 2,000 words because I'm using Jarvis and it just fucking spits out words at a breakneck speed. 1,000 is just all that I need. If you want to do more and overachieve, by all means, feel free to, but you're not obligated to whatsoever for a guest post on ASAP Cash Offer. Probably going to just post this on YouTube so people know how to write a good article too. So after the property has been restored, you will need to either sell it or demolish the house. Yes. After the property has been restored, you will need to sell it or demolish. Why the fuck would you demolish it? See, that doesn't make sense. After the property has been restored, no, because we're not talking about restored. If the property has not been restored, if the property has not been restored, you will need to demolish the house. There we go. People follow the rule of thumb that the home is worth half the value after it's been destroyed by fire. Selling the land, I like that. So it lets them know before demolishing, just to let you know the house is worth half. So perfect. Demolishing your fire damaged home gives you another option. Selling the land only. If you have any sentimental attachments to the structure, consider selling it to a real estate investor who wants to turn it into an empty lot. Selling fire damaged property at land value. I'm going to turn this into just a bold, and then ask Jarvis to finish me up. Nope, he's not talking about what I want him to talk about, so I'm going to force feed him a little bit. When homes are more expensive to repair than it would be to completely rebuild from the ground up, you might consider selling at land value. See how Grammarly just helps me fix those errors? So nice. It works in Google Docs, any online document. It's a Google Chrome extension, so it's not going to work in like Microsoft Word. That's why I recommend Google Docs for this task. Let's see, even if the cost of repairs homes, there may be other reasons to decide it. Primary residence, and you want to move on, and yeah, if you're ready to move on with your life, perfect. maybe there was fire was so complete that rebuilding required tearing down of what used to be there. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with what he's talking about there. But the other stuff was kind of, that's not what we're trying to talk about. So regardless of why you're selling, the goal is the same, to get a fast cash offer. Yeah, hell yeah, that's what we're talking about. And with the years of experience buying fire damaged properties from all over the United States, we know how to dude, this should go down here. Why choose our company? Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Get you guaranteed cash offers, no waiting for approvals. Cash home buyers, USA. So that would basically be your backlink right there, right? But you know, wherever you want to put it, but I would personally put it down there. I'm okay with just two little paragraphs right there. Why I choose our company. All right, so now let's break up this wall of freaking text with photos and the video, and we're done right at the hour mark. So 1 hour of your time to get a backlink. That's not bad at all. At the end of the day, that's not bad. It might take you 2 hours if you actually have to write it all yourself, if you don't have Jarvis here, but 2 hours of time for a backlink. I know people who waste way more time and they get shittier backlinks than ASAP Cash Offer, right? ASAP Cash Offer is an amazing place to get a backlink from. All right, so first thing you must do in a house fire, first thing you must do after a house fire. Thing, I'm going to do caps. Thing you must do after a house fire. The first thing you must do after a house fire. Call the insurance company. 1, 2, 3. The first 3 things. There you go. All right, so we're all good. I'm going to go look for errors. Also, comma, that's good. No other errors to be noted. All righty, hell yeah. Let's go ahead and paste this over to the completed doc. Post guidelines. So we're going to just see how I had it all mapped out with the headers. We're going to paste the new headers. And now we have the H1, the H2, H3, 3, 3, 3, H2, H2, H3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, right? And it's 5 tips to selling your house, but it's, let's see, 1, as is, 2, seller financing, 3, cash, 4, realtor, 5, restore and sell, and 6 is demolish. So it's actually 6 tips now. 6 tips. And I want to actually go in and title these a little bit better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so those are the actual 6 tips. And I need to change the article to 6 tips. And now that that is finished, I'm going to go paste that in there. Our expert reconstruction team is here to help explain the 6 solutions to a home burning down. We will list several reliable techniques to selling a fire-damaged house, depending on your situation. I am in love with this article. I'm not going to lie. This is an amazing. I love this article. So the only thing that we need to do now is we need to add a video, basically. So a video embed link. So let's go and look at the bullets over here, right? Where would we add the video link? So why choose our company, right? If you're writing a guest post, I'm not going to knock you if you want to be smart about it and utilize a personal company video, a testimonial video. Why choose our company? And then, link them to your site, totally fine if you want to do that, right? So you could link them to your YouTube if you have your own YouTube video, and then have the actual backlink going to your website, right? So Cash Home Buyers USA, we're going to put into Cash Offer Please as an example, the California partner website I have. Trademark there. What is copyright? I totally forgot what trademark is. Oh well. Go ahead and link to that website. This would be effectively your backlink, right? So let's go ahead and put that link there. Boom. And shoot, I don't think we have an intro video for Cash Offer Please. No, I don't. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we do. So you could put that video down there. Let's go ahead and have one about fire damage, because they want to learn about fire damage, right? So we want to keep them on the page, keep them interested, or give them a call to action to go to your profile, right? But I'm writing this for me, so I'm going to choose one that gives them a little bit more value on the fire damage. So demolishing a house, right? So demolishing and selling for land value. Selling for cash is probably going to be another investor if I'm looking for a YouTube video, right? How to sell your fire damaged home as is. Let's go ahead and look for that. Selling your fire damaged home as is. All right, and then a little trick I'm going to do, just for me personally, because I want relevancy, right? I'm going to Google selling your fire damaged home as is, and then I'm going to go to videos. And I'm also in YouTube, and I'm looking at videos. Who buys fire damaged homes? Probably not that one. How to sell a fire damaged house. Cassandra Properties. Thinking about selling your fire damaged house, selling a fire damaged home. I don't want an investor, right? Out factors. What to consider. Maybe potentially that one. Do you sell or rebuild? Let's see. What are they talking about real quick? No. Facebook. Ooh, maybe this guy. Nope. We buy fire damaged homes. Let's see a contractor. Let's have a contractor talk about so a professional contractor, fire damage property contractors, right? Let's go ahead and put this video in. Where are we going to put it? Call the insurance company. First things you must do after. Yeah, let's do that. First things you must do after you get fire damage in your property. So it's probably going to be an insurance company, so it's not a direct competitor, right? So first people to call after fire damage home. Call us first after a water, mold, or fire damage emergency. Services. So they're a service company. They're not going to be a direct competitor. Ooh, perfect. Fire damage, house restoration, a first look. Yes. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a contractor. Yep, Battle of Tools. A contractor who repaired a fire damaged house.
So
perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and add that embed. So we're going to click share, embed, and we're going to copy this embed and then bring this here. So 6 tips, challenges. How much does a fire damage restoration cost? After you inspect, contact a restoration contractor. I know how I'm going to put this in the, so maybe here's the YouTube link, and I'll show you how I'll do it in the actual article. So that way, if you want to write articles yourself when you're watching this video, you don't want to do a guest post on ASAP Cash Offer, but you want to write an article yourself for your own site. This is how I'll show you how to do that at the end of this video to wrap it up at an hour-long video here. All right. So let's make sure we turn this into a link. And then I'll show you how to make it look prettier later. All right, so we just need to add the images and everything. So the very first thing to do after a house fire, and the first things you must do. So let's go ahead and put the image right here. So I think it's insert, an image, upload from computer. This is going to be with the for sale sign, part of my downloads. So I don't know why it always takes so long to open my downloads. So that one, that's going to be the pretty header image. And the other one is a piece of shit house. So challenges, tips. So after tips, why choose our company, Demolish. Let's go ahead and put it right here before you get to the good stuff, the tips, right? Insert image, upload from computer. And then this is going to be the really ugly one. So I went, I was an overachiever. I did 2 photos because it's a long article, right? Really, for a guest post, I'm only asking for 1 photo, 1 video reference. That way it can increase relevancy for the article, which is good for ASAP Cash Offer, but it's also really good for you because you're the only investor getting a link from this article, right? So this article might eventually get links and real, true traffic, and it'll be directed to you down here, right? There's not going to be a form or anything down here on the bottom for a guest post. It is literally just going to be that article. I'll make sure there are no forms on it for ASAP Cash Offer to be fair, right? But mostly, honestly, this is just going to be for a free, free for the first 10. But it's going to be for a backlink, a high quality, high relevant, high topical relevancy, high geo relevancy backlink from ASAP Cash Offer. So let's go ahead and copy paste all of this juicy information over to Investor Carrot, and I'll show you how to post it. All right, so this is wrapping up the video here on the 57 mark. Let's go ahead and add a new post. So under content and posts, we're going to add a new post, right? And we have hit all the requirements. Let's go ahead and copy paste this YouTube video link. So there's a YouTube video link. And so there's a YouTube video link, and the citation for the guest post is right here. There's a citation, right? So one video, 1 citation for authority. There's 1 image. It is over 1,000 words. Here's the keyword. You don't have to optimize for a keyword. I just have it there. There's the meta description, the meta title, and the topic is about fire damage. So see how we just took a general topic. We found 6 tips that are honestly, it's a killer article. I like that article. And then we have the meta description that entices them to click. Why would they click on our website? The keyword we're optimizing for has 1,000 words, 1 image, 1 video, 1 citation. There's a Google Doc link to your article that you wrote. This will be for the people who are doing guest posts, right? And then your website that you'd like linked to, and the anchor text that you are using. So the anchor text is actually going to be cash offer, please. Let's just do cash offer, please. Let's just do a branded anchor. When in doubt, you should do a branded anchor or a naked URL. So this is a brand. This is a naked URL. And when in doubt, I would recommend you go with one of those 2. That's usually the best one to go with. And for naked URL, you could have HTTPS at the front. You could have no www. So there's 3 or 4 different variations. And of course, you could link to an inner city page or your own blog, stuff like that. So there's lots of different naked URLs, but the brand is relatively the same. It would be cash offer, please, with no spaces or with spaces, or maybe with a TM trademark at the end. All right, so let's go ahead and publish the article and be done here. Oh, so this is the website, by the way, ASAP Cash Offer blog, domain rating 36. And just to show you at the end of the video the power of ASAP Cash Offer, and if you want to do a guest post, you will be able to do a guest post with the link down below. ASAP Cash Offer, domain rating 36, backlinks 13,000, referring domains 508. Very high domain ratings linking to me, lots of high URL ratings linking to me. Ranked number 1 in places like Phoenix, Las Vegas, Columbia, South Carolina, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale. Number 1 in a lot of places, and you'll be able to get that juicy relevancy with a guest post on ASAP Cash Offer. All right, so let's go ahead and create a standard post. We're basically going to be copy pasting it from over here. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now to wrap up this video since we're over an hour. Let me just copy the whole thing right here and paste. Coming from a Word doc, so it's saving all of the links here. I'm going to personally change these links over. You would just deliver me the Word doc, right? This is what I'm doing to upload it to the blog. And to anyone who's watching who just wants to learn how to write a killer article but not do a guest post on ASAP Cash Offer, this is what you would do. You simply just paste it in. You already have the headers and everything. So demolish. This is supposed to be an H2. Oh, it confused it because 4, 5, 6. That's funny. So this was a little accident. That's supposed to be an H2. Actually, yeah, that's an H2, and that's number 6. And this is, yeah, that's weird how I did that. It took it as a bullet point. So we're going to transfer that to a paragraph and then a heading, and that is number 5. And then we're going to transform that into a heading, H2, good. And maybe number 3, H2 heading. Actually, you know what? I think, no, this is an H, should be an H3 because this is a subheading. And I'll show you when the post publishes why this is a subheading. H3, 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 H3. So those are the tips. 6 tips to selling a house with fire damage. That is the H2. High-end finishes, challenges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a wrap for media and text. And I'm going to upload the photo. And this is going to be fire damaged home. I'm going to delete that one because I want it to look like this. And then I'm going to copy all of this down here. And that quite, I don't know if I like that. Let's go ahead and do, so if any of your home has significant burn marks, I'm going to put that right there. Nice, that looks much better. And then of course, I'm going to delete the extra right there. And then now this looks better, but I would like it to be a proper square to fit in there. So there's a button over here. Once you click on the image, it'll say crop the image to fit the entire column. And this image is called fire damaged home. I'm going to resize it so it looks good. Right there. And this is fire damaged home. That's the image alt text, good for SEO. For people who are writing their own articles, again, not doing a guest post, I would be doing this, for free with the guest post to make sure it's optimized. Selling challenges. We want to open a new tab for this to go to the demolition contractors because we're citing their rich snippet. So we want to make sure that we give them the respect of a free backlink, basically. Then here's the video, but it's pretty big. So contact a restoration contractor. I kind of actually want to make this blocked like the last one. So what I'm going to do is I think the only way to do this is with columns on Investor Carrot. And then we're going to do a paragraph, and then we're going to type in YouTube, and we're going to do a YouTube video. Can I right click here? Okay, here's the video. Okay. So there's the video. We're going to go add that video and embed it. And now we're going to delete this block. That's better. And then we're going to put this stuff up here. Let's see if we can do all of this. No, right here. I think that'll look good because it's got its own built-in header. And we just make that bold. Nice. Like how that looks. All right. Make sure your insurance claim is processed. So there is the title. That is the H1. That's the title for the blog. There's the H3. And that's just bold. That's an H3. Good. So everything's looking good. See how we have the relevancy of the video. It really helps out to explain the picture. Contact a restoration contractor. We just want to have some walkthrough video of a contractor. He's not trying to steal motivated seller leads from us like a lot of the other videos were. So of course we want to make sure that it's someone who's not going to take away from, our, money potential. If you're writing this article for yourself, right? And if you're writing it for a guest post, you'd obviously want to have a video maybe at the bottom about your company and, click to call, stuff like that is what I would recommend. No harm, no foul. If that's what you want to do on the blog, no problem at all. Go ahead and do that. So demolish and sell the land. I could probably do another photo down there, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it as it is. I like how it looks. All right. So the meta description, let's go ahead and copy that from over here. Then 6 tips. Here we are. Set the featured image. We're going to have that be the, oh, it didn't show. So this, oh, I deleted it. Okay. So that's what was throwing me off a little bit. Right here, we need to go in and add that image. Going to take a minute here. Going to select that image. Did I really delete it? I guess I deleted it at some point. So this would be selling fire damage property. All right. Stick to the top of the page. Grayscale defaults. Thumbnail size. Nope. It would be good to have this as a banner. I don't remember off the top of my head how to have it be a banner. I think it's something with additional CSS somewhere down here potentially. But I'm just going to go ahead and just have it be just like that. And we have the H1. There we go. Good to go. All right, so click here. So not on a block, but click here in the empty space. And then you want to go to post. This is for people who are, posting the article to your own site. You're not doing a guest post because I would do this for you. But when you're posting it to your own site, you want to make sure you save it as a draft first. And then when you save it as a draft, you will get a permalink and you'll be able to edit it. 6 tips for selling a fire damage property for cash in any market. So we're just going to remove that so the URL slug is not too long. 6 tips for selling fire damage property. I like that URL slug. So effectively, what this is going to do is it's going to be ASAP cash offer /blog blog/6 tips for selling fire damage property. That is what that does. All right, so category, we can go ahead and put it in real estate articles. And featured image, now we're going to click and select that guy. So selling fire damaged property for cash. All right, so now that is the featured image when it's shared on social media and everything. And also, if you want to edit that yourself, you can come down to the bottom, post SEO settings, go to social. And if it isn't here already, if you click here, that's the image that's being highlighted when you share on social media. If it's blank or you don't have an image there, make sure you upload it over here to featured image. When you're editing the post, not the block, but the post level, you'll see this pop up on the featured image, or you can go add it over here in the social tab for Investor Carrot, right? So looks like we are good to go. We have our meta title, we have our meta description, we have our H1, all of our H2s, and all of the content in between. We have the one video for relevancy. We have the one photo for relevancy. We actually have 2 photos for relevancy. We have the actual 6 tips that they'll be receiving right here. They get 6 additional tips just with demolishing and reselling. And then at the very end is the call to action. Why choose our company? You know, super fast close instead. Cash offer, please. We'll be able to accommodate your needs 100%. You can also call us at to copy the call to the click to call phone number there. There you are. All right, so we are good to go. We are ready to publish. A little bit over an hour, but it probably should just take you an hour. Could take you up to 2 hours if you do not have Jarvis. Let's go ahead and publish the article. We're going to publish immediately. Make sure it's public. And if you want any tags on there, I don't do tags though. All right, so let's go ahead and copy the link and go check it out. We could also just refresh the blog, and we can see it posted to the blog right here. Something I didn't do, which I would recommend. Let's see if maybe we can just go copy the headers real quick from here and go to a notepad. So where are the actual tips? So I'm missing one. I got to go fix that. So I want 6 tips. So I'm going to put those right here into a notepad. I'm going to go back into the blog edit, go to the post level, and I want to scroll down, and the excerpt, I want to write an excerpt and just have it be that. It's already H3, so it'll be nice and bold. Actually, I don't want that to be H3. I don't want it to stick out too much, and I'll show you what this does in a minute. So this is going to be an H3. And /H3. And then it's going to go into 1. And I did not title 1. So this needs to be paragraph, heading, H3, and that is number 1. All right, we're going to go back to the post level and make sure it is on there. And then we're going to update that. And I'm going to show you exactly what it updated. All right, so on the post level, you see that this has kind of an excerpt, right? Some highlights. So how to sell a house as is, secrets, how to sell a house as is, how to sell a house without paying any commissions, how to sell a house quickly. Those are like the bullet points. I should probably put a bullet or a 1, 2, 3 there to let people know when they visit the blog, which a lot of people don't visit just the blog, right? But it'll give them an excerpt at least. All right, so let's go ahead and refresh. It should be ready by now. Look at that. So now look at that excerpt. Now it takes up a little bit more real estate, and it's very obvious what this is about. 6 tips to selling a house with fire damage. Here's the 6 tips right there. But you click and you go and you look at the actual article there. Alrighty, so that is the article. Let's go ahead and hit a refresh and look at it. So we have the one image right there. I do want to make one quick change. This needs to be centered in the middle. All right, now it's perfect. All right, so we have the main header right here. We have the 3 things you should do right away. And then we got a video reference for insurance claims for house repair before and after, basically. How much does it cost? We have an authority citation right there. Challenges of selling a house with fire damage. We have the photo of the fire damage property right there. So to remind you, here's the challenges. Here's your pain. Here's what it looks like. Here's what you don't want to deal with, right? So this image serves as a pain point solution offer. It's helping with the whole article itself. This would be a very high quality, high level type of article, by the way, because I go 100 out of 100. You can, if you fall a little short, I'm going to forgive you. I just wanted to show you the best possible way to write an article. I'm going to go ahead and refresh. This looks good. There we go. So 6 tips. So this is an H2, and then this is an H3, H3, H3 for each tip. And then restore and sell. I went into great detail because I don't want them to restore and sell. So I wanted it to make it look expensive and time consuming. Like, oh yeah, I don't know if I want to do all that. I have to repair it. Then I got to clean that up. Then I got to fix the roof. Then I got to fix the mold. I don't want to do that. That's the point I'm trying to make there, is I wanted it to look tedious and expensive. Demolish your fire damaged home and sell the land. Why choose our company? And on your guest post, I shouldn't have comments either, but I'll make sure to remove this right here at the bottom of the post. So there'll be no lead form for me, and the leave a reply. I could still leave that though, but I'll make sure the lead form is removed on the actual blog itself. That way it's basically a guest post for you, and you can direct them directly to your website with this backlink. And of course, at the end of the day, for a guest post on ASAP Cash Offer, it is on ASAP Cash Offer at the end of the day. And the main reason for the guest post is for this powerful backlink, right? So that's really the goal at the end of the day. If you do get a couple clicks from traffic, that's helpful. That's awesome. It does help with SEO as well. But really, the objective at the end of the day is to get a do follow backlink from a very high authoritative source. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Jarvis, I will have a link down below for you to check out Jarvis. I believe you can get some free words to start writing some free marketing copy, Facebook ads, PPC ads, or articles just like this by clicking the link down below. If you want to get an Investor Carrot website, just like ASAP Cash Offer, there's also going to be a link down below so you can get an Investor Carrot website for yourself. Might not look just like mine because mine is a special design here. And anything else will be down in the description box down below, such as how to sign up for guest posts. I'm taking 10 people, only 10 guest posts before I take it public and make it paid. Most likely it will be $50 for one article that you write yourself, and it will be $150 to $200 for one article that we write for you and link to your website. Right? And of course, this doc will be available in the description down below, and this doc will help you go over the guidelines of rules for guest posts for ASAP Cash Offer, but this also translates to the video you just watched and the tutorial on how to make killer articles that are very high user intent. They help the people who are searching for them. They're going to help your website if you write them. But also, of course, for a guest post on ASAP Cash Offer, it's going to help ASAP Cash Offer and the relevancy for your backlink that goes to your site. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video. Have a great day.